hell is going on in Cincinnati? I just got word that a man killed a sheriff deputy a day after police shot and killed his 18-year-old son. And I've been paying attention to everybody's reaction on the internet. I've been reading comments, and there's actually a lot of people that agree with what the father did. I'm seeing things like this: an eye for an eye. They take one of yours, you take one of theirs. You make them feel the same pain you felt. I can't co-sign that. Now trust me, I feel for the father. You think the police unjustly killed your 18-year-old son, so now you in your feelings, but running your car through a sheriff deputy is not the answer. Cause what good do they do? How can you get justice for your son if you behind bars fighting the murder case? So this dude crashed out. It was a revenge killing, and a lot of people is praising him, and that's the behavior we need to stop. That's why the community is in shambles, because every time somebody do some stupid shit, we uphold them, we praise them. We don't never look at the person and say, damn dude, you tripped out. Because I've been seeing him in court, and I see the look of regret in his face. Yeah, it may seem like the noble thing to do at the time. You and your feelings, you pissed off at the world, you can't think straight, so you decide, it may be a good idea to kill a cop because I think they killed my boy. But trust me, don't do it, because I see you regretting that. That prison food, cellmate Bubba, people ain't answering your collect calls, talking about they got to get minutes on their phone. Don't run up my phone bill. You only get 2 calls a day. Granny might pick up. Your girl might pick up. But everybody else in your family, they ain't trying to be fool with you right now. I'm just being real. So young people, old people, niggas, women, don't crash out. I'm anti-crash out. I can never co-sign it. I can never leave a comment saying this is the right thing to do, because I'm looking at it like this. Everybody's saying, Cut, what would you do? How would you feel if it was your son? I'm going to tell you what I would do if it was my son. I pray to God that the police get arrested. I do like everybody else do. I'm hugging my mama, hugging my granny. I'm praying for justice. I'm hiring a private investigator. I'm hiring a lawyer. See, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm not going to exact violence, because I know if I'm behind bars fighting the murder case, I can't really get justice for my son. So crashing out is just short-term happiness. Long-term, that shit don't feel good. But anyway, guys, I'm going to play this news clip so you guys can get caught up on this story. It is crazy the turn of events that's finna happen. Let's go.
Recently retired sheriff's deputy is dead after police say a driver intentionally hit him. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Trisha Mackey.
And I'm Rob Williams. Cincinnati police say the driver is the father of an 18-year-old who was shot and killed by police yesterday.
We have been following this story all day, and we have team coverage tonight.
Let's stop it right there. Let's make sure we get the facts right so you guys understand this story. An 18-year-old boy named Rodney Hinton Jr. was shot and killed by the police. And the next day, his father runs his car through a sheriff deputy, kill him. So the two crimes are connected. But let's continue watching, because you know I'm going to break it down. Let's go.
These East Price Hill condos Thursday morning. Cincinnati officers tracked down a stolen vehicle.
As you know, we had a critical incident yesterday.
4 people get out and start running. In body cam footage released today, in just 6 seconds, police say 18-year-old Ryan Hinton aims his gun at officers.
He's got a gun!
Police shoot and kill him. Today on MLK Drive.
Now let's stop it right there. Police are saying they had probable cause to shoot and kill the 18-year-old. They said they suspected him of stealing a vehicle. He got out the car and started running with his friends. They said he have a weapon. And I'm pretty sure the police is going to say he pointed the weapon at us, so we had the right to use deadly force. Now, based on that video, it's grainy. It's moving fast. I can't really tell what the hell happened. I can't really see a weapon in that video. And my suggestion is, if you're going to have body cam footage, if you're going to record police interactions with ordinary people, can we have better quality, please? That's all I'm saying. But let's continue.
A deputy is working traffic control for UC graduation when a driver crashes into him.
There is a connection between these two incidents. The driver of today's vehicle that struck a deputy has a family relationship with the 18-year-old that we shot yesterday.
Chief is the...
Yeah? She said the man that ran over and killed a sheriff deputy is a family member of the man we shot yesterday. So all you people saying is right, he crashed out, he got it back in blood, he stood on business. All I'm saying is, what good do that do? Okay, your son was unjustly killed by the police, so you just gonna take out a random police officer? That's crazy. But let's continue.
Person who hit the deputy, the father of the person who was shot yesterday?
Yes.
Ryan Hinton's father, 38-year-old Rodney Hinton, is charged with aggravated murder in the deputy's death. He was taken to University Hospital in critical condition. Hours later, the Hamilton County Sheriff's deputy dies. The CPD homicide unit investigating both the death of the deputy killed today and the death of the 18-year-old shot by police.
I can assure you, as the chief of police for Cincinnati, I will ensure you transparency and a thorough and accurate investigation.
You see what she said? She said, we know something happened yesterday with an 18-year-old boy losing his life and the father crashed out. But I encourage all the pedestrians, all the ordinary people, if something happened between your family member and the police, give it due process. Because I'm looking at Rodney Hinton. Your son was killed yesterday and you crash out the next day. You didn't let due process happen. You didn't let the legal system intervene. You crashed out in a day. You should have been thinking clearly. You should have had a plan mapped up in your head. You should have put some money up. Hell, you could have raised $500,000 to make sure your son get justice. You see how much money black people gave to Carmelo Anthony? All you had to do was create a GoFundMe, a Give and Go account, and say, hey, my 18-year-old son was unjustly killed by the police. They claim he was armed, but he was just running because he was scared. You know how many people would have gave to that? Oh, you know black people love to donate when the police is involved. You know black people don't like the police like that. If the police kill anybody, you automatically get the black community support. So why you didn't go the different route? Crashing your car into a sheriff deputy does nothing. Now everybody looking at you, everybody shaking their head in disappointment. We ain't giving you nothing now. Because you crashed out. We don't give crash outs money. Hey, I would have donated to you. If I would have seen this on the news and you would have gave a heartfelt interview talking about how your son was unjustly killed by the police, I would have looked into the case. I would have gave a little money. I would have ran the story on my platform. But now that you crashed out and killed the sheriff deputy, I'm talking about your ass. It ain't about your son no more. You took all the light away from the original story. The original story was 18-year-old Ryan Hinton was shot and killed by the police. But now we talking about the crash out you did. You took the light all the way from that story. So now you got to deal with it. And I know a lot of people is hyping you up. A lot of people felt like you stood on business. Because I was on Facebook and an article came up about this story. So you know I'm nosy. I was just reading the comments. I wanted to feel the temperature of the room. I wanted to know where everybody's mindset was at. And I was shocked. Because majority of the comments was taken up for the father. Oh, it's mental health. He was just in his feelings. Give him a break. Free him. That's the way you do it. He got it back in blood for his son. Y'all don't believe me? I'm going to read you guys some of the comments and I'm going to show it to you as well. Because this gets crazier and crazier by each comment. Let's go. Boom. Here, I'm going to read you some of these comments. Let's read this little paragraph first. Authorities in Ohio said a man purposely struck and killed a sheriff's deputy the day after his teen son was fatally shot by police. Rodney Hinton Jr. has been charged with aggravated murder in the death of the sheriff's deputy who was struck Friday while directing traffic near the University of Cincinnati, according to authorities. Cincinnati police said Hinton is the father of an 18-year-old Ryan Hinton who was shot and killed by an officer the day before. Let's scroll down. Let's read some of these comments. One person says, "Good job, Dad. I just hope you got your man and not someone random." So he's saying, hey, that's a good deed you did. You took out a cop, but I'm hoping you got the cop that was responsible for your son's death and not somebody random. Okay, let's continue. Another person says it's unfortunately an act of passion. So she giving him a passion excuse. He was in his feelings. He couldn't handle it. He wasn't in his right frame of mind. So that's when he decided to get in his vehicle and crash into a sheriff deputy. Okay, if you want to go with that, let's continue reading. He has to get some justice somehow. Free that man. Wait a minute, hold up. What you mean he has to get some justice somehow? His son was shot and killed yesterday. He crashes out the next day. He didn't get due process time. It ain't like this happened a year or two ago, 3 or 4 years ago. He crashed out the next day. So how we know he wasn't going to get justice? That's all I'm saying. Let's continue reading these. It's crazy, man. Somebody else put, free bro. He ain't do nothing wrong. Bruh. Now I know a lot of people gonna be mad at me. I know a lot of people gonna say, hey, cut. You kind of sounding like an Uncle Tom in this video. I'm unsubscribing. I can't believe you said that. I am no longer subscribed to Cut to the Chase TV. Hey, man, y'all finna stop holding them subscriptions over my head. If you gonna subscribe and rock with me, then subscribe and rock with me. But if you gonna be fickle, fair weather, and shit don't go your way, if I say something you don't like and you want to threaten to unsubscribe, then at this point, I gotta say peace. I'm just being real with you niggas. Because I love you niggas like family. I thought we was brothers. I thought we was cousins. I thought we was with each other through thick and thin. I ain't know if I say something you disagree with that you gonna threaten to unsubscribe. I thought we was better than that. So I gotta let y'all go, man. I gotta speak my real. Just like y'all are able to have an opinion, I want to be able to have mine. I ain't gotta think like you. You feel free to comment anything on my video. Whether I disagree or agree, I'm still gonna look at you as my brother. I'm still gonna look at you as my sister, as a supporter, and I love you niggas to death. But if you gonna, every time I say something you don't like, you gonna threaten to unsubscribe, then I gotta holler at you, man. You gotta make room for other people, man. That's all I'm saying. Let's read this comment. Salute. Free that man. He's no harm to society at all. Just a dad, man. No, that ain't just a dad. It's plenty of dads whose kids have been unjustly killed by the police, who lost their son to gang violence, robbery attempts. They don't crash out. You get what I'm saying? They pray for justice. They get closer to the Lord. They rely on family. So we can't really just make it seem like what the dad did was just normal. We can't really choo-choo it, poo-poo it like it's just some small feat. No, he did something incredibly horrible. I'm just being honest. But let's continue. If anyone has a case to plead insanity, it's this guy. He can claim he wasn't in his right state of mind after losing his son. Okay. That's a comment. I see where that comment coming from. Lost your 18-year-old son. You see footage of a cop, blinking them down. You couldn't take it. You're emotional. You ain't in your right state of mind. You want to crash out. So the first sheriff deputy you see, you go full speed and run your car into him. Okay. If somebody want to say that's insanity, I hear you out. But you got to convince a jury. You're going to have to convince a prosecutor. That's all I'm saying. But this is the police. And they don't take kindly to you taking one of theirs. You get what I'm saying? So, hey, good luck with that if you think that's a good defense. Let's see what some more of these comments saying. Let's see, man. Somebody else says, he did the right thing. God bless him. I hope they started a GoFundMe for him. We need to protect and support our people by any means necessary, physically and financially. Wait a minute, hold up. See, I'm all for him getting the GoFundMe. I'm all for him fundraising money. But you got to do that before you crash out. There ain't no way in hell you behind bars fighting a murder charge, I'm going to give you $1. No, bro. You crashed out. You did something stupid. You took a life, something I don't agree with. So I can't give you no money in that. And there's a lot of people who feel the same way. If you would have just held tight, had your head on the swivel, lay low, created a GoFundMe, we all would have donated to you. You probably would have raised $1 million. In today's climate, let's be honest. They are all part of the same gang. Wish it was the person who got his son, though. Okay. Somebody else put period. Now let's support him too. Somebody else said life comes back around full circle. Somebody said, I believe it was the same officer who killed his son. I doubt it. He don't even know the officer who killed his son. Trust me. They ain't released their name yet. Somebody put, so what's the crime? All right, that's enough of that. The more comments I read, the more stupid people sound, and the more ridiculous it has become. So I'm going to just start reading comments, man, because that's the thing about social media. People will hype you up. They'll have you do some stupid stuff. You'll crash out. We always uplifting the crash out. We always giving them our support. We always coddling them. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, you did something stupid. Well, we gonna support you. And that just creates more crash outs. Because this dude appeared in court. And I got footage of him in court. And you see the way he's talking to the judge. He's whispering. His voice is real light. I don't think a dude like that gonna make it in prison, man. I'm finna play this clip of him in court. And you finna see exactly what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Good morning, Mr. Hinton. Good morning.
He said good morning, Judge. He's very soft-spoken.
Now you hear that? First of all, look at the scene. This dude is being escorted into court by 15 deputies. And they looking pissed off. They mean mugging him. You know they want to punch him in the back of the head. Oh, you know they finna violate him behind the walls. They finna make it real hard. They might spit in his food. Oh, man. So you know he finna go through all that. And the judge looks at him and say, good morning. And this dude whispered, good morning. His lawyer had to say, oh, he said good morning, Judge. He just real light spoken. Okay, good luck with that. Let's continue.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Anything as to probable cause?
Your Honor, we'll waive probable cause this morning. I have submitted designations for John Kennedy and Timothy Bicknell. They will be the attorneys of record handling Mr. Hinton's case. I'll be handling the arraignment this morning.
Wait a minute, you hear that? I feel bad for the lawyer. He don't really sound confident. He don't look confident. He's looking like this is the job nobody wanted. I gotta defend the man who ran into a sheriff deputy and killed him. Oh, this finna be all over TV. This dude looks scared. His lawyer look like, man, just my luck. He ain't confident at all, like Peter Rosenberg. Let's be honest. That lawyer ain't finna defend shit. He know that's a lawyer who looks like all hope is gone. I'm just here. I'm gonna try to get you that life without parole. That's the best I can do for you, man. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Prosecutor. Or anything as to bond?
As to bond, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. We understand this is a very, very serious, very terrible charge that Mr. Hinton is facing. He has a risk, but he does not have a history, Judge. He has no felonies in his record. His risk assessment score was a 1. He had no juvenile record. He works at UDF. He's married. He's a father. He's a graduate of Purcell Marion. I understand that this is an emotionally charged situation. I understand that Mr. Hinton's son may have been killed by the police earlier in the week. There was a review of that video. I understand that there is a lot of sadness and a lot of anger in this room right now, but in the community at large. And we just ask the court to set a reasonable bond in light of everything and to allow the constitutional process to play out.
You hear what his lawyer asked for? He said, I'm asking for a reasonable bond so he can go home with his family and let the constitutional process play out. He killed a sheriff deputy. Ain't no way in hell they gonna give him bond. And you see what his lawyer said? He tried to make a case. He said, my defendant risk assessment is a 1. He's a graduate. No criminal record at all. No juvenile record. He's married with children. He's a hard worker. And I'm looking at a dude like this. I'm like, damn. You really threw your life away? What about your wife? What about your other kids? What about your job? How you gonna provide for them? I get it, you lost one son. I get it. I can't imagine losing a kid. Trust me. But if I got a wife and I got other kids to take care of, and I'm the man of the house, damn, I love my son, but I'm gonna have to get my justice another way. I'm gonna hire a lawyer, hire a private eye. I'm gonna bring awareness to the case. I'm gonna be all on CNN, Nancy Grace, Joy Behar. I'm gonna be on Bill O'Reilly. I'm gonna talk to Stephen A. Smith. You get what I'm saying? I might show up at Vlad TV, try to get an interview. I'm doing anything to highlight my son's case. But the one thing I'm not doing is doing anything to put my freedom in jeopardy. You get what I'm saying? So I just think it's a sad case all around. You lost your son. Now your life is destroyed, and you got people on the internet patting you on the back. You got people on the internet hyping it all up, thinking you did a good deed. And I'm here to say, it's not like that, man. This dude know he messed up. While he in court, you can see the regret in his face. He's not no cold-blooded killer, man. I believe this is just a dad who couldn't handle that the police took out his son. So he just crashed out. He had a moment of weakness and he acted out on it. He couldn't help himself. But unfortunately, he ain't gonna be able to use that as a defense. I'm sorry. For all you people saying he can plead insanity, it ain't that simple. You get what I'm saying? If that was the case, anytime somebody take out your loved one, you go kill them, and everybody just say, man, I just plead insanity. I couldn't help it. So nah, I don't think they're gonna let him off the hook. Sad situation. I'm gonna be keeping up with this story. I'm gonna be updating you guys on this story. I wanna know how this turned out. I wanna know what kind of sentence he gonna get. He gonna get a long, lengthy sentence. I don't think he's seeing freedom again. I really feel that way. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts about the whole situation. I want to know how you guys feel about it. Leave a comment, share this video. I love you guys. Peace.